Hello fellow engineers and welcome back to Poly Bridge 3. Now we have some very good news. After my constant pressuring to Christian the dev, sorry about that by the way, we have two new patches that are focused on the gallery. So the good news is there's all these unticking things so we can have unbreaking only finally, but we can also sort by highest budget really easily. And most importantly, the gallery actually loads properly now. So decent. In the meantime, we have 3 levels left of the hydraulic campaign. We've done them all under budget and unbreaking. So let's have a go at drawing oblique. So what do we have here? We have a monster truck. The flag is behind it. I assume over this side, yeah, there's a checkpoint. That's a spin arounder one. So basically, you just got to make this guy get over to there whilst avoiding that plane and that light bulb. I have no idea what this is, but these bits of road, can you see they're locked in place? We cannot delete or move them. So we are actually going to have to do hydraulics. Or are we? If we wanted to do this without hydraulics, I feel like I could just build a road over that. Now, annoyingly, if I just press play, that bridge does actually break. And if I want to do unbreaking, I'm going to have to hydraulic it out the way, which is annoying because I could have just done like a road over the top like that sort of thing. And obviously over this side, I could have got away with just going push, shoving a truss over the top, a truss over the top of this one. And then we probably could have completed the level without using hydraulics, assuming my bridge was strong enough. Yeah, so it could have worked. It could have worked. We're also like half budget as well. But annoyingly, that flappy bit of road means we did actually have braking. So we need hydraulics. So annoyingly, let's delete all of that up to that point. Now, if we're going to split the bridge at this point, it means we're actually going to need this half to like hold itself up. And so if I were to just truss over the top like that, put a split joint in there, and then I don't know, perhaps do like a little hydraulic under there, then you'll see that this bridge just does not want to stand. That's because, can you see that is a hinge? That is a hinge. So basically this bridge about that point is trying to rotate like in a clockwise direction. So what we need to do is use this foundation under here. I assume, haven't actually played with foundations yet, but can I move this to the left? And yes, it makes a wall brace. So as long as we grab this node and go boosh right into the wall, then the weight of this bridge coming down will actually push against there. So if I do something like that, then less and less of this bridge is going to be trying to support itself. In fact, I might even try and build all of this underneath, because then you can sort of see as the weight from this side is hanging down, the bridge should be held up from this wall brace. So starting off, it does work. Is it strong enough to support the monster truck? Not quite. If we watch with stress on, we can see that bit. Oh, that's really stressed. Let's try a little bit of steel. Then is the next piece going to get too stressed? Yes, it is. So we steal that one as well. Surely the next one will be fine. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's good. So then we got split joint. That goes up a little bit too high. But don't worry, after doing a little bit of trigonometry, I've got it to the right point so that it doesn't actually touch that anymore. So that comes back down, hopefully locked into place. Yes, and then this guy drives back, but we get a level failure. Now that is because the vehicle going left to the right doesn't put as much force on the bridge compared to going right to left. That's because it's going uphill, so it's adding a little bit of additional pressure like on this bit of bridge. So what actually broke? You broke. That's not ideal. I think for now the easiest thing to do is bring this wall brace down as low as we can, which I'm not gonna lie isn't actually working very well. I'm sort of thinking another thing I could do. I mean, ideally I want the force to go like diagonally down to this point. So if I were to like bring my truss up there, then the force will be acting down a bit more. Currently it's a bit too horizontal. So basically what I want to do, I think, if we come under there, then go on top, then the sort of center of mass of this half of the bridge is a little bit higher. So we end up with that, which as you can see is a lot cheaper than our non-hydraulic solution, and it doesn't break. So that's good. On the leaderboards, we're in the top 3%, 230th, but I think we can do better. Now, I feel like we probably need to remove this steel, but we know this was a very weak part of the bridge. So what I'm thinking, if we add another wall brace, then that will allow us to take even more support. And I'll tell you what, it might be worth sticking underneath again as well. So something like that. Oh, it does break. It breaks in a big way. Do I want both of these being wall braces or just the lower one? Well, I'm getting more and more breaks. So I feel like this is going to need a montage. So I'll see you on the other side. Stop dangling bridges. It doesn't count as engineering. So you must stop. I believe the budget has brought us here. And we're just cheesing the game now. but we must stop. I'm the one who calculates all the loads, ensuring the strength of the roads. I try to build a bridge that won't fall. Climb leaderboards, they're so tall. Though I try and hide it, it's clear I hate glitches more than architects. A bridge that won't fall. Climb leaderboards, they're so tall. Though I try and hide it, it's clear I hate glitches more than architects. Right, so this is what I've come up with. It's pretty damn cheap. You can see stress went right up to 96 there. However, I can actually make this cheaper. Because if you look at this side, can you spot two pieces that we don't actually need? Well, if we head very close in here, look, that piece there, delete, and that piece there, they're not actually really doing anything. So essentially, I've just made like wooden cables. So if we press play on this area now, can you see like their intention, but they weren't actually adding that much stability to the bridge. Like it moves a little bit, but it's just as strong. As long as that doesn't go so high that it would like flop over, that piece wasn't necessary. So we're down to 17,747 quid. You can see I've made use of using road underneath rather than steel because it's cheaper. Over this side, I used that little corner of the foundation and added a little wall brace over there just to get a shorter span. So this could be nice and small. I used some bits of rope where this was being like pulled apart because rope's quite good in tension. Tension's like where you're getting pieces pulled apart compared to compression, which is like what this would be. And this node on the left and this one on the right, they're being like pushed together. They're being compressed. The only part I potentially could lose is that piece, but I'm pretty sure that's probably structural. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, so whilst this piece, it looks like it's just holding that there, not really doing anything, it does actually like share some force. So as the force comes down here, because of the angle, some of it will come back up to that anchor joint, and therefore it is actually needed. So I think that's probably where we're going to stop on this one. So where did we get to on that leaderboard? Ooh, 37th. That ain't bad. But yeah, the top people did it for like 12 grand, 13 grand. What? All I can think is they must be very cheesy solutions. Did we beat Aliens Rock? Yeah, we did. So let's have a look in our new gallery at the oh, look at the cheapest option. What is that? What even is... What are those bits doing? The road isn't even connected. It's just hanging down. What? That makes no sense. Yeah, also, on the right side, it's all underneath. Fair play. That's like hardly any pieces. This is 15 grand, by the way. We don't actually have the very, very cheap ones in the gallery, but we can have a look. This one was very similar price to mine. Oh, it's actually... I mean, it's almost identical to mine, except for they've gone with just wood underneath. They didn't have to use road to support anything. This one got a bit of cable stayage in the middle, so that's helping to hold up either side of that bridge, particularly this right side. This one here, yeah, they did it without hydraulics, like my first solution. Right, let's sort by the highest budget. We should probably include cheats because that's people that have done it with unlimited budget as well. So this first one, oh my goodness. Oh, there's just like steel everywhere. I feel bad for like they must have had so many issues with like pieces breaking. They're like, fine, I'll just steal everything, stupid game. A nice bit of tension on the right though. By the way, if you're watching this after the gallery update has gone live, you're probably gonna have to re-upload your replays because I think the gallery update did sort of delete the old ones. So something to bear in mind. Oh, is this this must be the hunter guy who's got like loads of like big cat heads underneath and cow heads. There was some RC propaganda at the start, which hopefully you didn't miss. What is that on the left? Oh, look, the entire bridge moves up. Look, watch out again. Look at this. Whoop, just to get out the way of the plane and back down. All right, this one I'm seeing hydraulic on the right, but also on the left. Why have you lifted that bit up, mate? The thing's over there. He's not driving down the middle of the lane. He's on the left. He's a left-hand lane driver. He's a Brit. Damn Brits and their hover boats. Yeah, this guy literally did the opposite. He's like, I'm not gonna lift this side of the bridge up. I'm literally gonna build under there so no one can get underneath. Right, and then this one. Oh, actually, that's quite a good way of doing it. So they've built like a bridge in the background over that way, which means you don't have to support this like entire bridge like just from the one side. It's no longer cantilevered. Actually, quite clever. Could allow he's come up with a very cheap solution. Anyway, let's go on to the next level. Swales and sails. Now, swales, in the UK at least, they're a very shallow, like, grass ditch that you often see on, like, the side of the road. Not sure what they mean in this capacity, though. But looking at this one, we've got a truck there. We've got... Are they Viking ships that are going to come through? Damn Vikings, ruining everything. But yeah, there's a star in the middle, and then we got to get to the flag over that way. So I think typically they want you to do something like that, and then hydraulic out the way of those. But we're not using hydraulics this time. I think it's probably going to be cheaper not to. So let's turn on the grid initially, and then just mark out like where we want to be to get that star. Probably in the middle. Then if I do a road like that, then I'm just trying to work out how we can get down to there. So I feel like I need to be symmetrical here. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Let's just go up to that point. Then we'll come down and I can't quite reach. Let's just move everything to the right a bit. We're not going symmetrical. Right, so I feel like that's probably good for the road. I won't actually know until this moves. How fast does it go? Speed 3 meters a second, acceleration just 1. Okay, so it should be slow moving, so it shouldn't jump or anything. It's just whether it's like going to be able to get over that point easily. It might get stuck. Don't know. Now on this side, I probably just want a wall brace like that sort of thing. Down here, we have anchor points down there. So can I can't quite muscle up to there. So I could do that sort of thing, but then is that going to be too many pieces? I don't know. It could work. I could add that under there, and then it's just what do I do in the middle here? Typically, adding something like that is too many pieces. Probably good enough just to see whether this concept works for now. So I've copied it to the other side. We'll hit play, and well, bridges are standing. That's a good sign for now. You can see the star just poking through the road. I'm not sure the truck's going to be able to get through there, but let's see what happens. Oh man, it's a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. So I guess we'll bring this wall brace down a bit. Okay, so lowering that has made it stronger. Oh, this thing is flying. I didn't make it. I thought it made it for a second. I feel like there was a bit too much of a kadonk there. So probably lowering these a bit should make this a bit smoother. And I mean, I may as well try and bring these as close to the boat as possible, because the lower it is, the cheaper it's going to be. And we'll turn the stress on as well, just so we can see what's happening. Oh my goodness, why did you break? I think if I just move you out a little bit, that should be fine. Right, okay, kadonk. Yes, a lot smoother. Oh, we didn't quite make it that side. Why did you break? I think it's because on this side it was going uphill. This side it's coming downhill, and there's probably a bit of a kadonk up there as well. I guess for now we'll just steal it up and hope that's enough. Is it? Yes. Okay, that's enough. Okay, 21,129 quid. Oh wow, we're in the top 2% already, and I have a lot of ideas as how I can make this cheaper. So first off, since this thing has a lot of horsepower, 12 is a big number. I feel like that means it can probably go up steeper hills, which means I can probably lower these a bit, make this right side a bit steeper, which potentially means I can get to that using a single muscle like that. So I've sort of saved like a layer of truss, if you like. Although looking at this, is that actually cheaper than what I had initially? Because it looks like I still need the same amount of pieces. Let's just have a look. So that's 3,119. If I select the similar sort of thing on that side, 2,900. Oh wow, my original one was cheaper. I wonder then, what if I could remove like one of those and go up there instead? No, this is just way more expensive than my original way. Okay, let's go back. So if we keep the original layout but bring them lower, then we're going to be using less wood because it's not going as high, so that will be cheaper. But the kadonk is a lot more. The bridge just evaporates into nothing. So yeah, may need to move these to the right slightly, just so I can do like that maybe. Okay, so that worked. I don't think I've saved that much money, but my other money saving sort of strategy is these are quite pricey. I feel like in the past I've done this by just supporting like one side, so it becomes like a bit of a hinge in the middle. Now the trouble is we have this boat underneath, so whilst that does hold the bridge up, the boat smashes it. And so without those supports, I'm pretty sure it's going to be really, really wobbly, and then it's just going to fail. Yeah, although imagine if I could do it without supports. That is cheap. If I can just get that like rigid in a way that it doesn't move, it could work. So I feel like if I make that a bit more of a point by moving that to the left, basically the smaller that angle is, the more pointy this is, the less chance it has to like flex. The trouble is all that movement is putting force on the rest of the bridge, and this is getting pricey to replace it with steel. So I think whilst it was a fun idea, I probably need some sort of support up here. I'm just wondering, could I delete that and go over the top like there? I've got a lot of hinge going on. There should be a lot of movement, but is going over the top better? No, it isn't. I mean, what if I add like that in down there? Because these are the bits that are breaking. Nah, I think we're going back to the original design. So just need a way to make this cheaper. Can I do... Right, that does reach. Is that going to be strong enough? I don't think so, if I'm honest. Oh. Potential. There is potential. I also quite like the over the top idea here. Like, I could maybe... Yeah, by going over the top, I could move everything sort of that way. Like, this is a lot cheaper. I don't think it's going to be as strong, though, because all these pieces are really long. Like, yeah, just looking at the stress, like, you can see that's already yellow, and there's no weight on the bridge at the moment. So as this comes on, that bit is... Oh, I was going to say, yeah, it's going to pop. Nearly surprised me. And it was actually this middle piece that broke. So if I make that a little bit taller, suddenly we have potential. Okay, I can't believe that worked. Time to do cost saving on this side. So if I just copy that over to there, what are we on? 20,200. That steel can probably be replaced with road, which is a lot cheaper. And then we can probably do some tweaks to get under 20,000. Let's not get ahead of ourselves first, though. Let's see, has changing the right-hand side ruined the rest of the bridge? I mean, stress looks pretty good. Things aren't too red. Oh, wow. Okay. We can get under 20 grand because this did not go very red at all. So if we lift this right up, all these pieces shorter, look how much money we've saved. Oh, and it worked. That is beautiful. We're 45th in the world. So to get in the like top 5, we need to save another $1.5 grand. What? I mean, I feel like I could probably shrink these down a bit and make these a bit smaller. I can probably do a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of trying to make the road smaller because the road is the most expensive part at this end. But then I don't think there's too much more we can do unless we try and delete some pieces. And if we start deleting pieces, we start allowing movement, which I don't think is going to go well. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's just too many joints by removing that. I mean, I imagine the top solutions will have done that. Actually, the other thing, do we need these as muscles? If we can rest on just one piece... No. Well, at least we tried. Oh, something else. Could I can raise that middle piece? Well, that's our solution. Where are we on the leaderboard now? 35th. I think I'll take that. Did we beat... Oh, what? How much? 18,900. Oh, I thought I was done with this level, but I don't think I am. I gotta beat Aliens Rock. All right. How can I make this cheaper? All right. I'm honestly thinking maybe hydraulics will be cheaper. Let's just have a little look just to see. Oh, I've just found out this map's not actually symmetrical. Look at that joint. It's nowhere near the boat. On this side, it's touching the boat. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so we may just have to move all these bits of road to the right. But essentially, I think I've done a bridge that works. So we got this. What are we on? 23,000. Let's just make sure it does work. So they come down. You can see the boats do not touch them. So that is fine. Hopefully they go back up high enough that they lock in. Yes, they do. And then is it strong enough to actually take the truck? Yes. And it gets the star. Okay. This could be a way of making this bridge cheaper. Now, something we can do, if we lower the road, we don't need to get the star that much. The lower we are, the less wood there'll be underneath. The trouble is I can't move those down at all. So I'd probably have to start up this way, making this side a bit steeper, bringing all of these down. So that saved a few £100. The hydraulics still work. Is the bridge still strong enough? Yes. Okay. I feel like we can start trimming this then. So if we watch with the stress on, look how over-engineered this is. I'm thinking we probably don't even want to use the anchor. We can we get away with something like that? It supports itself. Will it support the truck? Oh, yes, it does. What does the stress go up to here? Oh, like nothing. Okay, I can really shrink these. Okay, so original solution was 3,413. New wall brace, nearly £1 cheaper. So next up, probably trying to fix the drawbridge parts. So I can see that end is very stressed all the time. Right, so I've got it to a point where we don't touch the boats.
He touched the button.
I just got rid of all the supports in here because they kept breaking. So this is a very rickety middle, which potentially means as it goes back up, it's not going to lock back in. I haven't actually tested, but let's see what happens. It's very, very cheap though. So please lock, please lock. Oh, the left one does. The right one doesn't. Oh no. If that locked in, that might actually be strong enough. All right, well, I did a bit of tweaking and look, we lock in both sides, which means yes, 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 yes. Okay, we did it. We did it. Oh, we're 13th in the world, which I think means, yeah, we beat Aliens Rock. Oh, and if I can save like 20 quid, which I'm pretty sure we can do by deleting that, then we're... Oh my goodness, we're 3rd in the world. We're 3rd in the world. And I actually used 2 hydraulics in this level, but like, look how sketchy this is. Like, the amount of movement in this bridge... I don't know how it survives. Still, considering how long the game's been out, I will take a top 3 placement. Podium place. Let's go have a look in the gallery at the cheapest solution. So 18,696 is basic. Oh, so identical to my first solution. But yeah, it turns out hydraulics for the win. Did this person use... Yeah, this person used hydraulics. Theirs a lot more expensive than mine. Also a lot more stable as well. Although their stress was 99%. This person also went down, but their hydraulic went up. Oh, wow. They like really dodged the boat there. And this one, they bought... Oh, they brought either side down like that. Interesting. Rather than doing it from the middle. That does actually make sense. Although look how long those hydraulics are. They are expensive. Anyway, highest budget. What is that? It's like a giant windmill or something. It's got RC propaganda though, so I approve. The next one is the Nifty sponsored solution with RC propaganda and double drawbridges, meaning this guy can make it to the shops to buy his purchase of Nifty. Right, this next one, RC propaganda again. Cheers for that. Why is this so expensive? What was that? Oh, look at the movement there. And oh, look at the RC propaganda there. But yeah, as these ships sail past, look at the movement, man. Why are people so good at hydraulics? Right, this one. Oh, look at the RC propaganda in blue. And look at the movement of the bridge. It like wraps around the boat. Ready for it to go back. Oh, that's so cool. I like that one, Squilliam. Anyway, what do we have? Oh my goodness, the movement. The movement. How do people do this stuff? Like, what's this one? Oh, man, that's really cool. Because, look, this bit perfectly gets out the way of the sail. Oh, man. I am so pleased the gallery is back. But let's move on with our top 3 placement onto the final hydraulic level, switch flip. Okay, so what's going on here? We're given... Why are we given road to start with that I can delete? Don't know. We've got a car there and a car there. Let me just bridge this up real quick just so it works. So what happens? Okay, so Jeep goes first, and obviously Jeep's got to get up there. Presumably there's... Okay, yeah, there's a hydraulic phase at the start. Got it. So I just want to see to start with, how steep of a hill can this Jeep climb up? Can it do... I'll tell you what, it's not far off. It's actually not far off being able to get up there. So it looks like that is sort of too steep, that the front wheel, like all the weight's at the back. It's that damn spare tire. But presumably if I copy that angle and go over to there-ish, I mean, probably worth just doing 3 roads like from there, I guess. So can it drive up that? Oh, it can't quite get up that. Okay, so it can get up there, but then this guy's not going to be able to get past. What I'm thinking, if I can make this like a cat flap, so the Jeep gets up there, and then as this guy comes through on the hydraulic controller, if I say unlock that and make that a 1, that should flap down. So that is flapping around. So hopefully that can drive through. Okay, that could work. Alternatively, I could hydraulic this out the way, but I prefer cat flap idea. It's just for some reason it doesn't have the power to get through. Right, so I came up with this as a concept. This is probably like how you're meant to do it, sort of, maybe. So essentially that hydraulic lifts up that road, which makes a gap for the Jeep to come out of. He's got a little bit of road he can go up, then he just goes along that way straight up to the flag. Then when that triggers, both the hydraulics go, which means the gap's just reversed, and then the green car makes it to the flag. So that's one of my worst positions ever, top 42%, but I just pretty much use steel. I can probably make it way cheaper, but I feel like this isn't a cheap solution. Like, even just swapping all of that with wood under here. Like, yeah, we've saved like 10 grand, but it's not going to be good. Whoa, top 3%. I mean, it's no top 3, but it is the top 3%. Let's just have a look at Oh, really? Which means this concept, it's not right. All right, let's just have a think and see if that was completely disconnected. Then I make the middle like a pivot point and shove a rope to like there. So basically it rotates about the middle. So that allows you to come out and then it goes back. The rope holds it in place. We know the catch works that way, but does it allow, like, do the holes allow this to get up? Oh, it breaks. Annoyingly, it looks like, yeah, wood just isn't strong enough for most of these jobs. So whether all of that is cheaper than using a hydraulic, I'm not sure. In fact, no, it's nowhere near 25 grand. I've increased my budget by 4 grand. So I guess for this one, we just go back to that and we say that's a fail. We are not beating Tyler this time. Let's have a look in the gallery at the lowest budget. Oh, that's why, isn't it? People have cheesed it. Damn cheeses. Oh, look, they got a similar sort of catch thing I came up with. How does the one on the right work? Oh, they just dropped the road out the way. Well, that's very clever, dropping the road. But yeah, that's 9 grand. I'm not lowering myself to doing that. I am not doing dangly road. Oh, look at all these. This one, 15 grand. Oh, it's all about dropping the road on the right. And the left side, just a simple hydraulic like that. Oh, yes, this one, hydraulic on the left, and on the right, you can see you got to drop the road, Matt. You got to drop the road. All right, I'm going to cheer myself up with some RC propaganda. Sponsored by Nifty again. Nifty, it's the engineer's cup of tea. I tell you what, where's the Toast Guy gone? Toast Guy was all over this series at the start. Seems to have been overtaken by Nifty. Maybe Nifty bought him out. All right, what does this one say? RCE balls. Okay. Oh, we have some clever hydraulic solutions, though. Like, they make it look so simple. We've got ones that don't use hydraulics. Oh, look at the size of the cat flaps on that. I mean, it is by Yotta Cat, so they are going to know how cat flaps work. This one, oh, look at that. It's all in the middle. It's all in the... That reminds me of like a crab eating for some reason. This one, what is going on there? Oh, there's a cat flap as well. Cat flap and hydraulics. And this one, oh, they love the arch. I love the arch as well. Oh, look at the movement in the middle. That's so cool. Anyway, now we've completed 4 worlds completely under budget and unbreaking. And next time we turn to Lava Lagoon. Or do we do Vaulty Towers for generic jumps? They're both 2 sheep difficulty rating. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments which would you prefer. But for now, I'll say peace, love, and bridges. Bye, guys.